So, many people know about horses, but how much do they really know? I'm here today to tell you guys about proper safety techniques when tacking up and riding a horse because, at some point, I'm sure all of you may or may not come in contact with a horse, and it's really important to know proper safety techniques because it just makes it so much more fun and enjoyable experience for everyone when everything goes smoothly and safely as planned. So first, grooming. And why grooming? There's a couple different reasons. One, because horses get into mischief, as shown here, as well as they do things like this right after their bath. So it's really important daily, even if you're not going to ride your horse, to groom because a couple different reasons for that actually. And one of them, thehorse.com says, daily grooming also gives you a chance to detect and also monitor health problems or injuries, and finding these problems early gives you the best chance at treating them successfully. And in addition to that, Saddle Online tells us to groom your horse daily to make sure there is no dirt or debris in the area of the back or barrel where the saddle will go, because trapped dirt can rub and cause a horse sores. So I can attest that personally because I have found multiple injuries on my lovely animal just from grooming, because they're animals, they do things all the time. So really important thing to keep in mind. So when you actually go to groom your horse, it's important to make sure that you don't skip any steps. So the first thing you want to do is you want a curry comb. So that would be this rubber comb right here, and what you want to do is you want to go in small circular motions all along the horse's coat, and this kind of pulls any dirt, debris, anything that's trapped down on the skin of the horse. It pulls it out and away from their skin so that you can get it off, because like they said, it's important to remove it because it can be, painful or uncomfortable for the horse even. So that kind of gets everything off the skin, and then you want to take a stiff bristle brush and just brush that all away, make their coat look shiny again, and make sure that all of that debris is actually off the horse. And then next you want to use a hoof pick, and that would be, it's like a metal kind of hook, if you might, and you want to clean out their feet because they can get rocks or shavings, anything like that, trapped in their feet, and it's uncomfortable. It would almost be comparable to you walking with a rock in your shoe. So what you want to do is just take that and scrape everything out, and it's really important to get in the frog of the horse's foot, which would be this V-shaped groove right here. That's called the frog, and it's super, super important that you keep that clean and make sure that there's nothing in there causing the horse any pain or discomfort. So that's probably the biggest thing I could say, is make sure the feet are clean. And then lastly, you could take a tail brush and brush out their mane and their tail from any knots or tangles that might be in there. Once you have finished grooming, you want to move on to tacking up your horse. Really important to have proper tack because, once again, you want the horse to be comfortable. You want to be safe on the horse as well, which is a big thing. So first you want to start with your saddle pad, and as shown here, you always want to start on the left side of the horse. Put the saddle pad on the horse. You want to make sure it's square, it's even over their withers, above their shoulders, very much even, not leaning to one side or the other. And then once you've got the saddle pad on, you can put the saddle and the girth as well. So first you'd add the saddle as demonstrated in the picture here, and then the girth would be the strap that goes under the horse's belly to secure the saddle and make sure that both you and the horse stay safe during the ride. And then once you have the saddle on, you put the bridle on, which is very important because steering. So this is shown here. This is a picture of a bridle on a horse. You want to make sure that the nose band is attached properly, which would be this band right here going around the horse's nose, and that helps to keep the bridle in place so that all goes smoothly during your ride and you are in complete control. So then once their horse is tacked up, you want to get on, and Online Horse College tells us that you want to stay on the left side again. And before you even go to get on, you want to make sure the reins are over the horse's head. You want to make sure that your stirrups are unrolled. So as you can see in this picture here, the stirrups are actually rolled up. You want to make sure they're down so that you can put your feet in them. And most importantly, you want to put your helmet on because safety first. And so when you go to get on your horse, you'll go from the left side. You'll grab the reins and you'll grab some mane in your left hand, put your left foot in the stirrup, and you'll gently swing your right leg over, making sure to be cautious of the horse's back. You don't want to come down hard or anything like that. Nice and light. Just kind of stay calm. Once again, they're animals, so calm is good. And then once you go into riding, there's a lot of basics when it comes to riding, even just at the walk, some of the things that I still practice every day. Main things to keep in mind are your eyes. You want your eyes to be up, your heels should be down, weight in your heels. Shoulders should stay back. You want to stay tall in your shoulders. And then hands should be low and steady as well. And a big thing, Practical Horseman had an article on that, and they had a really good explanation. I thought that it explained it really well. They said, at the walk, separate your hands so they're about 1.5 feet apart. Focus on your horse's head and neck gesture, which happens twice with every walk stride, keeping a light and steady contact, not heavy pressure. Concentrate on opening and closing your elbows to allow your horse's hands to allow your elbows to follow your horse's mouth, which I think is really important. I still practice that every day. I mean, I even have issues practicing that. I was practicing it yesterday. And the last thing, which I think is really good overall, is a straight line. So when I say a straight line, you want to think about having a straight line from your shoulders to your hips to your heels, which this rider is kind of demonstrating here. Could be a little better, but big thing because it keeps you in control, and if you stay tall, then you will, like I said, have more control. You allow yourself to lean forward, you lose control, and horse knows. So I think that's just the big thing, covers everything. And it's a good way to know to have a safe ride, because if you ever come in contact with a horse, I think it's extremely important because it should be a fun experience, not a scary one.